What is going on, and welcome back to another trade recap. This is the trade I took today and I got rinsed. Let's put it that way. So I'll explain like how I came to this conclusion of what I took. So let me hide everything. Just so we could start it from scratch, like where I was at market open. So this is what happened. I always start on the 4 hour every morning. And I usually do this like pre-market open. So like from between 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. This is what I'm doing. So I mark out the sessions, the previous sessions. But the first thing I do is look at the 4 hour. So at this point, the 4 hour was bullish. The reason why I say this is because if we go also to NQ, you could see, let's hide the drawings. You could see this was this morning, so disregard like everything from here and on. So this was NQ. So NQ became bullish here after it took out this high. Then it kept going up. Then it came down, inverse this gap, meaning bearish. But then it re-inversed the bearish fair value gap, which made it bullish. And it never broke any other low from there. So ES broke structure here and never closed below a low. So technically it never broke down and never inversed the fair value gap, so it was bullish. So for me, I'm like, okay, let's put back the drawings. I noted this high, let's put it in white, which is also this high here. And I'm like, this is a significant high. So as market was opening, it was going towards this high, right? Makes sense. It went to this high. So now I'm not, before market open, it didn't touch these highs. Like here, look on the 5 minute. Okay, NQ did, sorry. NQ did, ES didn't. This white line is the high. NQ didn't reach NQ did reach the highs, ES didn't. So I'm like, okay, either there's an SMT or we're gonna blow past it, right? So the 4 hour I'm bullish, and what I'm looking for is either we're gonna sweep these highs, maybe make an SMT, or ES also sweeps the highs and we break lower. Now the 1 hour, this candle is market open. The 9:30 is the market open, but 9 a.m. candle right here. So I'm looking at the 1 hour and I'm like, okay, it's taking a high. I could see a retrace happening, but how low can this retrace go? I don't see it coming to London low, because that wouldn't be a retrace. That would be a reversal, because the 1 hour, or a retrace on the high time frame, because the 1 hour, the London low is the low. So if it breaks the low or even wicks it out, that's potential that it could come down. So for me, I'm like, okay, if we do come down at market open, it would be a 15-minute low that I would be looking for a sweep. And then if we continue going back up, I'm going in long. So that's what I saw. Market open right here, 9:30. NQ went down, manipulated these 15-minute lows, actually broke structure, which means 1 hour is retracing. So it retraced here, whereas ES, it created a bullish SMT. ES didn't come for those lows. So I'm looking at these lows. Okay, so let's go to 5 minute. NQ swept the lows here. Let's take out the daily high. Make it clear. NQ swept these lows. ES didn't, making a bullish SMT. So what am I looking for? 5 minute break of structure up, which happened on NQ. It happened here. And on ES, it happened here. 5 minute broke up. Then what are we looking for? I'm gonna take the trade on ES because it was the leading index. So here, 5 minute retrace, and I'm gonna note it out on NQ also. So broke here, and then NQ did a retrace. It did a deep retrace, which was concerning at the time. but it never broke 5-minute structure down, so I was okay with that. So this was the high. So then it retraced down. It broke 1-minute structure here. It inversed this gap. And on NQ, it also inversed this gap here. So the 1 minute now became bearish. So what I was looking at, let's stay on both charts here. So on ES, what I was looking at was for a 1 minute break back up, which happened on this IVG. And NQ actually broke structure before. So NQ broke structure a little before, but I was looking at ES anyways. So I wasn't looking at NQ because it was the lagging index. And it already hit a lot more highs. If you look at ES, come on. If you look at ES, these are all low resistance highs. So it's like, whereas NQ had already taken like these highs, there wasn't many highs. There was the daily highs and then all-time highs here. But ES had a lot better targets, so I was more interested in that. So let's go back. So the 1 minute retrace, the 5 minute retrace, the 1 minute broke back down. And then stick with ES. And then the 1 minute broke up. So I entered right away. Your stop should have been here. I put my stop here because I got screwed up with execution and stuff. The firm that I'm using, it, whatever, it was my mistake, whatever. But technically the stop should be here. And then what was I targeting? All these highs. My final TP would have been this daily high, which was last Thursday. But I was taking partials here, 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 and then finally here. The reason is because there's so many low resistance highs that it could turn around anytime. So I needed to take partials. So price dipped down as soon as I entered, obviously. And then it went back up, it played in profits, and then stopped me out here. And just continued to go down. So now, where did I go wrong? Look, I like the trade I took. I think it was valid. The reason was because my bias. So look, the 4 hour was bullish and it was expanding. It consolidated throughout this entire, from Wednesday to Friday. So I'm looking for an expansion move up, right? So I was betting on the fact that ES would continue to go higher. Bullish news, the war is almost over, whatever, stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, the 4 hour and 1 hour is bullish. I'm gonna go in. The only way I would have taken shorts today is if the 1 hour showed signs of reversing. Because yes, the 1 hour could retrace, but I don't know how low it's gonna go. So how can I take a trade where I don't know where the targets are? So I'm like, okay, I'm going along today, and that's what I did. So I don't think that's wrong. But if we look back at what I did wrong, or not that I didn't see it, I did see it, but like I didn't take it super serious because again, I was betting on the expansion, was if you look at the 4 hour, this is a significant high, which is also significant high here, which is the high of the range. So it made sense why price swept this high on both ES and NQ and came back down. Again, I thought it was going to expand out, but it wanted to come back down. Again, it didn't come back to the low of the range, so this could just be a 4 hour retrace. If ES doesn't break the 4 hour low here. So that's what I think price wanted to do here. Well, clearly, because that's what it did. It wanted to sweep these highs, and what kind of like blew my mind though is it came so close to these highs, because as soon as ES would have hit this 4 hour high, which NQ would have hit this daily high, I would have taken partials and break even. So either way, even if price wanted to reverse off this high, I still would have had some profit. So it's kind of weird that I thought this was like a guaranteed level, but it wasn't. So at the end of the day, price just wanted to sweep this high and then like explode down very fast. Now, could I have caught in a trade? If I look back, okay, price swept, it swept this high, it swept the consolidation area of the morning session and came down. But there was no 5-minute retrace here. So I couldn't have even caught a down move. And then here just ended up chopping the rest of the day, obviously, because it already displaced. So it's like, yes, I took a loss. Again, I don't regret taking this trade at all. I would take it every other day based on my analysis. And I couldn't have caught a trade down anyways because it just flooded. It didn't give me a retrace, and that's it. And this goes to like, look, it's been June and May have been like a bit of a rough patch for me. It's been like, I don't know what it's been. I don't know if I haven't been focused. I feel like I've been focused, but I don't know. But today it felt different. Even though I took a loss, it just felt like I was like happy with the trade that I took, because the past few months I've been taking trades, dumb trades, and I've just been looking on social media about, oh, what did this guy take? And like, when you're looking at other people, even if they're succeeding, it's like it makes you overthink what you're doing, and in turn screws up your process. And it's like you really got to just focus on what you're doing and reduce all the noise from the outside. Who cares what everyone else is taking? Like for me, it's about being a better trader and getting better every day. So it's like, even if I take a loss, as long as the trade was valid and the execution was good and it followed the model and I was disciplined and patient and whatever, then it's a good day. Past few months, I've been looking at social media a lot, which has been fucking up my psychology. Whereas the months at the beginning of the year, like January, February, March, and April, I wasn't focused on everyone else, and that's where I actually got a payout. Like, it's more of like shifting my mindset back to how I was at the beginning of the year, where it was, I would just want to get better every day. And I'm focusing on my process, not about what other people are doing, and being okay with that. It's important because, yeah, everyone wants to get it right now, but just success in general, it comes with time, and it's, you gotta understand that it's on your own pace. That was my trade recap and a little dive into what I was thinking, what I'm going through right now, and how I'm kind of switching and like getting back to my right way and good process. And yeah, so we'll see what happens tomorrow, and I'll see you guys next time.